Tell yourself, I'm a wonderful, optimistic, resilient, talented, and honorable individual that's yearning to become a better me. I'm worthy. Quick advice: elevation requires you to take a risk, so seize your opportunity. Of course, I had to wear the merch, but I got me a blazer to put on top of this, so I look more business casual, and also to potentially have my bra straps. So cheers to my first ever speaking engagement in my hometown. Many more to come, obviously. Y'all so geeked, but hope y'all have a great day, because I surely will. Y'all already know how I get down. Gotta take a quick bathroom pic. This was the lovely organizer Miss Sellers, and your girl won some Bath and Body Works.
So without further ado, Miss President. Thank you all so much. First of all, shout out to Miss Sellers for creating such a lovely event, because we know mental health matters. So cheers to her. I started this off because I asked this question recently. So you guys don't know, my name is Precious Lee, the owner of nonprofit I'm Worthy. I started this nonprofit because it started as a positive affirmation I was saying to myself, I'm worthy. And I hope you guys always remember that about yourselves as well. So I recently asked this question to my peers. I said, if you didn't have to prove your strength to anyone, what would you do differently? And just as I asked them that, I couldn't answer it myself, because proving my strength and resilience is what I've always done. It's high school, even in college, I made sure I graduated with a 3.2 GPA, joined numerous honor societies, my sorority, and that was following flunking a semester as my dad has. And I just kept telling people my accolades, like I'm a good sister, I'm a good aunt, I'm a good daughter, I'm a good friend, and that's all they were accolades. But I couldn't personally answer that question of who am I, what would I do differently if I didn't have to prove my strength, because that's all I've ever done. And I had to realize the truth was I was lying. Because the harshest trauma I endured, unfortunately, were inflicted by those who shared my same faith. So unintentionally, I adopted self-hatred. And as you guys see the material. So it's kind of like, how? Because you hate yourself. So I was unintentionally not looking in the mirror of admiring my beauty, who I am. And by me constantly doing that, one day I said enough's enough, and I made myself sit in the mirror. And I made myself live all the things I'm worthy of, all the things that I love about myself. And from doing that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's going to be the business name, and I hope that is instilled in individuals. So when I said that, I did see a few chuckles when I said, you see the material? Yeah, so that's considered a compromise. So how many of you guys use humor as a form of deflection? Any of y'all? Okay. Yeah. So I was using it to deflect from my depression, the rejection from my peers and loved ones, and realizing I was avoiding self-reflection because I was performing for people who didn't value me as a whole, just sold me pieces that were digestible for them. So I always tell individuals this: go to those who admire, not so just admire, but love you for who you are in heart, not just for pieces, because if you don't love yourself as a whole, and I feel like you can't force yourself to be loved by people, you can't force yourself to be accepted by people, but you must do that for yourself, because that's the least amount of self-love you can give yourself. And if you can't give it to you, who else can? So, like I said, you guys, look in the mirror, and I always encourage people, if you can, write down a list of things that you know you're worthy of. Try at least to get to 5. And if you go from there, just keep adding on until you get to 10, get to 15, get to 20. And keep reading it until you fully believe it. So my question is, what are you worthy of? Do you know the answer to that? want to say I received my diagnosis at 16. So I was at Scotland High. It was my junior year. And I heavily encourage people, especially those who have children, even if there's an uncomfortable conversation, be there for your child, be their support system, and make sure they don't feel as if they are a burden. Because that's how sometimes things can fester. And though I'm in a better place now, I would tell my 16-year-old self, they're not a burden. You have loved ones, you have people that care about you. Turn to them, utilize them, because that's what they are here for, to support and love you. Because it would have saved me from a lot of trauma I endured. It would have saved me from a lot of heartbreak I endured as well. And it also would have saved me from PTSD I endured from thinking that I had to isolate myself and be alone. I'm not alone in this life. None of us are. So if you have loved ones, you have a support system, you have a village, lean on them. Because sometimes life is overwhelming and it knocks us off our feet. And sometimes your village can be the only individual that can help you stand tall and stand in it, and to ensure you don't run out. So I always say that to everyone I encounter, because for me, I was running for a long time. I wasn't prepared to face my traumas and the issues I experienced. And because of that, I set myself back a few years in my progress and my growth, and even potentially ruin some friendships because of that. Because I wasn't prepared to face what was stopping me from being the best version of myself. And I was unintentionally harming those that were trying to love you. Like I said, accept your traumas, accept your flaws, so you can love yourself entirely, and so others can do that as well. So like I said, I pose a question. Since I say I'm worthy, I hope you guys know you're worthy too. And like I said, it started with positive affirmation, so if you can, if you have time today, go home, start an affirmation of I'm worthy, and you fill in the blank until you get to 10. And that's all, you guys. Thank you so much.